Hi guys, Derek here for the Good Old Boys Fantasy Football Podcast. We have a great video for you. Be sure to click the like and subscribe buttons. Enjoy. So that moves us into our next segment. And I'm not going to lie, guys, I'm actually pretty excited about this one, where we've got retire, rehire, or new hire. So we're going to go through the list here of the quarterback carousel. And we're going to start with one that we already know the results of, right? Eli Manning was going to be a free agent out there. He already decided to retire, so we can mark that one up there as a retire. And actually, let's jump right into old Jameis Winston. That's a really good transition there. Jameis Winston is a free agent, guys. He threw for over 5,000 yards, 33 touchdowns, but there was also 30 interceptions in there. It sounds like he's asking for a boatload of money. What are your thoughts around Jameis? Retire, rehire, or new hire?
I see him as a new hire, but not immediately, and he's not going to get the money that he's after. See him going in as a backup role or as somebody who fills in when a quarterback gets hurt in training camp or something along those lines. I do not see him getting the money that he's going to be asking for, and I don't see him staying with Tampa Bay.
I don't see him as a backup, but he'll be starting somewhere next year.
I completely agree with that. He will start. He is a top 32 quarterback in the NFL. He deserves to start, interceptions included. Honestly, guys, I would love to see him in Indianapolis. I think that would be a whole lot of fun. I think it's the team that has the most cap space. It's a team that likes Jacoby Brissett, but his deal is very team friendly, as they, made it that way after Andrew Luck retired to kind of figure out what they had. The Colts are in a win now mode. We all had them as Super Bowl contenders with Andrew Luck last year, and now they have all this cap space to spend, along with a young, strong receiving core, to kind of add a couple more pieces around it. So in my perfect world, what I would like to see is have either Jameis Winston stay in Tampa Bay and stay with Bruce and the air raid offense that's down there, or flip script, come to Indianapolis and kind of be the guy there. And how crazy would that be? Because how many teams have had the first and second overall pick
from the same draft class,
from the same draft on their team, right? Like, there's a storyline there, but I think those are kind of the two major options. I don't see the LA Chargers, if they move on from Rivers, with the cap space and the ability or want to pick up Jameis Winston. I think that Carolina is going to really play things close to the vest while they're deciding on Cam Newton. But I don't know that he's a great fit in Carolina either. And then you're kind of looking, all right, who else might need a guy? The Bears, right? If they're that sick of Mitch Trubisky, but the Bears are kind of cash strapped as well. So, do I think he gets the money he's looking for? No. For the sake of argument, I'm going to say new hire in Indianapolis just to make this interesting.
Very good. I think that he'll be a rehire down there in Tampa. As much as Bruce Arians really showed some displeasure with all those interceptions, every quarterback that's come in on the Bruce Arians system has seen a spike in that first year. You look at Carson Palmer down there in Arizona when they first went there. Carson Palmer had a higher than usual, especially for Carson Palmer, interceptions that first year there, and then really learned the system, and away we went. We saw what ended up happening with his career, had a revival down there. I think they're going to have a rehire of Jameis, and I think that'll be really interesting to watch that offense for some years to come there. Now, then we've got Jameis Winston. And yes, I know his name's Jameis, but I like calling him Jameson because the only way that I think you can really put up those numbers is you're quarterbacking while drunk. And that's just kind of the thought. So
that's fair. That's very fair.
Now, the Twitterverse had a ton to say on this one, an absolute ton. It was by far our biggest poll, our biggest number of votes on the polls, and 6% had Jameis Winston retiring at the end of this offseason. 49% thought he would be a rehire, and 45% thought he'd be a new hire somewhere else. So there's a lot of folks out there that are very much on the fence with that one. Alrighty, guys, that'll do it for the Good Old Boys Fantasy Football Podcast. That'll wrap up another episode. Thank you for joining us. Make sure that you are following us on the Twitter at Good Old Boys FF. You can also find us on YouTube with the Good Old Boys Fantasy Football channel. Facebook, we are at Good Old Boys FF. If you haven't done so, be sure to click the like and subscribe button. We'd also love for you to hit the rating and subscribe button to wherever you're listening to this podcast now. For Kevin and Alex, I'm Derek.